So please, I know now I don't have a lot of participants in my discussion, but please watch the videos. It's all safe. Okay, so I'm going to start with the exercise 8. We start that on Tuesday. Now we will continue solving this exercise. So I'm going to repeat fast the explanation. Maryam had 10 pieces of paper. So the number is 10, some of which were squares and the rest were triangles. So I have like 5 squares, 5 triangles, maybe 6 squares, 4 triangles, but I know I have 10 shapes in total. She cuts 3 squares diagonally from corner to corner. So of course we explained that on Tuesday. We have 2 diagonals for each square. She cuts from the vertex to vertex, so it's a diagonally cut. And of course we're going to obtain 2 identical triangles. Okay, as you can see, of course they are right isosceles, doesn't matter now. Now we will continue. She then counted the total number of vertices of the 13 obtained pieces of paper. Okay, so she counted that. She found that, of course, she will go to have 13 shapes because we have 3 squares cut diagonally to obtain from each square 2 triangles. Okay, so we have 2 triangles, 2 triangles, 2 triangles instead of 3 squares. Of course, we're going to deal with increase in 3 shapes. So from 10 shapes to 13 shapes. She then counted the number of vertices. Vertices, by the way, is the plural of vertex. Now, she ended up with 42 vertices. So each vertex for each triangle we're going to deal with 3 vertices, and for each square we are dealing with 4 vertices. Okay, now I want to highlight this idea. First of all, let me change the color. We have 42 vertices. So from each triangle I'm going to obtain 3 vertices. From each square I'm going to have 4 vertices. So of course, first of all, my question, MCQ question, so I have 5 different choices I can test among them. Okay, so when she moved from 10 shapes, I know that initially I had 3 squares. We must have 3 squares. It's not a choice because 3 squares turn to 6 triangles. Now, 42. We're going first of all to divide it on the overall number. But first, I don't want to guess that thing. I'm going to make my conclusion to go straight to a place where I can derive my final answer. Okay? So, I know that I had 3 squares. So, I'm talking about 3 times 4 vertices. I had 12 vertices. Turned out to become 3 times plus a 3 equal 6. 6 times a 3 equals to 18. So from 12 vertices, I got 18 vertices here. Okay. So now I know that I started with a number. I had an increase in 6 extra vertices. So of course, at the end we had 42. Initially, we're going to subtract the 42 with 6 because of course we had increase and 6 vertices. Now let's undo that move and we're going to see that we had initially 42 minus 6 vertices, which is 36. Okay, so I started with 36 vertices with 10 papers, 10 different papers. First of all, I had 3 squares converted to triangles. I don't care now about this move. I only care that I had 12 vertices and I have 7 different shapes. Change the color. So here I have 7 different shapes. I don't know the shapes. I know that they are triangles and squares. So I need to guess how many triangles did she have before making the cuts. So how many triangles? Of course, it's a number from 7 to 1. So let's look to my choices. I can take off this one because of course it's not 8 and I took 3 squares outside. Okay guys, who can share with me this one? Guys, I need help. Anyone? Okay, Nawaf, can you help me please?
Yes.
Yes, Nawaf, can you help me please? You got the question? You understood the idea, the main idea? If not, I can help you. I can repeat quickly for you. Don't worry. Okay, Nawaf. So at the beginning, we had 10 pieces of paper. Some were squares and the rest were triangles. Okay, so of course, we're dealing with maybe 5 squares, 5 rectangles. I don't know the number now, but I will guess it later. So I know that Mariam cuts 3 squares diagonally from corner to corner. And diagonally means from a diagonal, on a diagonal. So she passed the scissor from a diagonal. So each square will turn to become 2 triangles. Now for this move, we can see that, of course, I have 3 squares. I'm going to cut them. I'm going to obtain 6 triangles. So, of course, I have increase in 3 papers. So, of course, we have now 13 shape. And then Mariam did the count for the vertices of the obtained shapes, and she realized that the number is 42. Okay, so the question is simply how many triangles did she have before making the cuts? I explained that we can start from here. We can see that there is increase from 3 squares. I have 4 vertices for each square, so it's 12 in total. Now, if 3 squares are cut diagonally, so I'm going to obtain 6 triangles. Each triangle has 3 vertices. So of course we're dealing with 3 multiplied with 6 is 18 vertices. So from 12 to 18 I'm dealing with increase of 6 vertices. When she tell me that 42 vertices, I can tell her, okay, so I'm going to deduct 6 that you had an increase in, and I'm going to obtain 36 vertices initially. Okay, so she started with 36 vertices. Now, the reason why I took off A is because I have 3. First of all, the question told me that I have 3 squares and I cutted them. So of course I have 3 squares and left 7 shapes. So if all shapes were triangles, of course the number will be 7 or less than 7. So this one is impossible. Now let me try. We're going to try with, for example, 7. If we said that we have 7 triangles and 3 squares, so of course for 3 squares it's 12 vertices, 7 triangles times 3 is 21. So 33 vertices, it's not equal to 36. So I can remove it. Help me with another one. Nawaf, can you help me with another one? Okay, maybe you are facing a problem with your mic. So I'm going to continue. If we try number 6, of course, we'll be dealing with 6 triangles and 4 squares. So 4 squares, I'm talking about 16 vertices, and 6 triangles, 6 times 3 is 18. So of course, if we added them, we're going to have 34, which is not equal to 36. I can remove it. 5 squares and 5 triangles. So 5 triangles is 15. 5 squares is 20. So 35 is not equal to 36. I can remove it. And then I'm going to see 4. Okay. Now I'm only left with 4. Of course, we can choose it as our right answer, but we will double check before sticking on it. Okay. So if we say that I have 4 triangles, 4 times 3 vertices, of course it's 12 vertices. Okay, 4 times 3 is equal to 12, and the rest is 6 squares. 6 times each one have a 4 vertices, so of course 6 times 4, I'm talking about 24 vertices. If I added the sum, I'll have 2 plus 4 equals 6, and 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, which is equal to 36. So this is my choice. Okay, now if I don't want to guess, if I don't want to try, of course there's algorithm after this step. After concluding that I had first of all 36 vertices, I can divide the number on 10. So 36 divided by 10 is 3.6. So the average is between, of course, between 3 and 4. It's greater than 3 and less than 4. Because number of vertices is 4 for a square, 3 for a triangle, and the average of different amount of squares and triangles will be between 3 and 4, of course. So 3.6, I can see that 0.6 is greater than 0.5, so it's near 4. I can round it easily to 4. So of course number of squares will be greater than number of triangles. Okay, so I can see that clearly in my choices, 8 triangles, 2 squares, no. I need something, number of squares greater than number of triangles. So number of triangles will be less than 5. I'm talking about 4, 3, 2, 1. The least one is E. So I can directly circle E. This one will be my choice. But if I don't want to do that, we can try value by value, okay? Hopefully it's clear for you all. Now we will continue to this one. Yes, it's a nice one. A grade 9, I think now you took it. or maybe from 2 weeks. So Fahd made a kite by cutting straight wooden pole into 6 pieces. Okay, so he had one big pole. He cut that pole into 6 pieces. Now he used two of them of length 120 and 80 centimeters as the diagonals. Of course, the diagonals of the kite, we can easily see them. It's one over here and the other is over here. So if I highlighted this one and this one, these are the diagonals. Okay, we will continue now. One is 120 and one is 80 centimeter. Of course, this one is smaller, so directly I'm going to write the number because I don't want to go back to the whole question. We can get that from Fabricator. Okay. The remaining 4 pieces connected, of course, we have 6 pieces, so we took 2 as diagonals and left with 4. So the remaining 4 pieces connected the midpoints of the sides of the kite. As I can see, this side will be equal to this side, and this side equal to this side in length, of course, and this side equal to this side, and this side is also equal to this side. So this is because all of that, because this is the midpoint, this is the midpoint, this is the midpoint, and this is finally the midpoint. Now, how long was the pole before it was cut? Okay, so I need to find this. All of this is equal to this piece plus this piece plus this plus this. No, plus this plus this plus this plus this. So, any ideas? Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you there's a rule. Of course, we all took it. It's about connecting. It's the midpoint theory. Okay, so in a triangle, if we join midpoints, you know that this side, let me start working on this triangle. Okay, so I know that in this triangle, this side is parallel to this side and equal to half of it. So now we're going to solve it quickly. It's 80, so I know this one is half this side. So simply I'm going to write 40. And we're going to do the same work up because I have also a triangle. Now look at this. This side is equal also to half of this side. So of course, this side is equal to 40. Okay, now change my work. I'm going to study another triangle. I have this triangle. I have that this side is equal to half of this side. I know it's parallel, but now we don't care about parallel lines. We are working on measurement of length only. Okay, so this side is equal to half of this side. This side is equal to 120. So this side will be equal to 60. And if I did the same work on this side, of course, I'm going to get that this side is equal to half this side. So it's also equal to 60. So now I'm going simply to add them. I have 6 values. I'm going to add them. 120 plus 80, 200. and 40 plus 60, 300, and 60 plus 40, 400. So simply we can go search. Okay, I got it here. I can choose it. Okay, and of course, if we don't want to do that, no, it's better to solve it like this because you can't ever guess it right. But of course, there's always a chance we can take off one choice. But no, I don't prefer to take a choice here, one out, and choose randomly between four different answers because the statistics will be 25% to be true. So no, I don't want that. We're going directly to the answer. Okay, so small revision, we used the midpoint theorem here, and we proved that this side is equal half this side, and this side is equal to half this side. So of course this side plus this side are equal to this side, and I made the same on this triangle. This side equal to half this side equal to half this side. So this side plus this side equal this side. So I have 280s plus 2 120s it's equal to 160 plus 240. If I wrote down everything, I'm going to be left, of course, if we added the two numbers, we have 0 plus 0 is 0, 4 plus 6 is 10, so 0 here, 1 in my hand, it's up, so 2 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 4. Okay, so this is how you solve exercise 9. It's equal to 400. Answer is C. Now, let us continue with number 10. Okay, so this one I think is from the hard questions. We will try to simplify it as much as we can. Okay, so in the given grid of squares, okay, so someone is named RA, and right, can you please help me with this one?
Should I read, teacher?
Yes, please.
In the given grid of squares with side length, 4 points are marked. By forming a triangle, use 3 of the given points. What is the smallest area that can be obtained?
Okay, I need you to help me solve this problem. So, of course, we got the idea here. We're going to join 3 points to get, of course, a triangle, 3 vertices. And then we're going to see the smallest area. So I get, for example, these 3 points to form a triangle, and I'm going to get an area. I got these 3 points to get also an area, etc. And these 3. Okay, so please, can you help me solve this problem? I want to see how you try to solve it, okay? How you think about it. Please,
Me, teacher?
yes, please. Can you help me?
First, I think we should cut a triangle.
Okay, so I have 4 vertices. I need to form 3. I will need to join only 3 to get a triangle. So of course, I can join this one, and this one,
Yes.
and there is one more. Okay, so you know that I have 4 different cases, so I'm going to obtain them all. Now let me
Yes.
erase everything because I got 2 main triangles. Of course, you can see that this triangle is big, right?
Yes.
They want the smallest area, so of course I'm going to search for the smallest triangle. This one is small. And also this one is small. Okay, so do you know how to calculate the area of triangle?
No,
I'm
teacher.
going, I'm going through the easiest one. This one is easy. So of course it's a rectangle and it's a half of the rectangle. So simply I'm going to multiply one side times the other because it's a right triangle over 2. So 1 times 1, 2, 3. So one side is 1, the other is 3. Not the hypotenuse. Don't ever work with the hypotenuse in a right angle. Over 2. So this is, I'm going to call it A1.
Teacher, it equals 1.5.
Okay. Usually I don't like using the decimals. I like writing it as a mixed number. Okay, so 3 over 2 is 1 over 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the area of this one is 3 over 2. I can now take off all the values greater than 3 over 2. No need for them, of course, because I found 1 equal to 3 over 2, so I can remove everything bigger than that. Now let me find the area of this triangle. How can you find the area of this triangle?
Multiply the two legs.
No, you can't do the same thing because we are not dealing here with the right triangle. As you can see, it's a different case. Okay, guys, I know it's hard for you, but we have 2 different ways to find the area of this triangle. Both are hard, but we are going to do them and hopefully you're going to understand them, okay? So, first of all, if we join these 2 points, it's the lower side. And then I'm going to join the other color to make it clear for you. Okay. So, first of all, I have here a triangle, a right triangle. 1, 2, and then join together. Okay? I'm dealing with the big right triangle. And here I'm dealing with the smaller one. I can find the whole area subtracted by this area. I'll be left with only this part. Which is the part of the triangle I have to find the area of. So this one is a way. Of course, we're going to solve it now. So simply go count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So it's 1 multiplied by 4 over 2, which is equal to 4 over 2 equals to 2. So the area of the bigger one is 1 over 2. Let's try it for the smaller one. 1, 2, 3. So, and 1. 1 multiplied by 3 over 2, of course, don't forget the over 2 term, because if we didn't write the over 2, we're finding the area of the whole rectangle. We need only to find the area of the triangle. So it's equal to 3 over 2, which is 1 over 2, or 1.5. Now we found this area and this area. To find this area alone, we're going to subtract. The biggest area is 2 and the smaller is 3 over 2. So 2 minus 3 over 2 is equal to half. So A is my choice. I'm going to solve it in another way. Maybe it will be clear for you. It's taller than this way, but I guess it's easier. Let me change the color. Okay. So if I join, not the black one, let me join them. It's like this, and finally like this. So I need to find this area. I know that this is a right triangle, another color so you can see it. And this one is also a right triangle. Okay, so I can simply find this area here of this triangle and the area of this triangle also. And of course, we know the area of a rectangle is side times side. So 1 times 1, 2, 3, 4, it's equal to 4. I'm going to take off this value and this value. We'll be left with only this value. So of course, this one will be 1, 2, 3 times 1 over 2, which is 3 over 2. And this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So 1 times 4 is 4 over 2. Also, it's equal to 2. And the area of the whole rectangle is 1 multiplied with 4. So it's 4. So 4, let me denote this by x. Or I'm going to write it direct with A2. So 4 equals to 2 plus 3 over 2 plus A2. Okay, who can continue from here, guys? I know you can. رائد.
Yes, teacher, did you call me?
Yes, can you continue it from here? It's only solving a linear equation, as in grade 7.
Shifting, you mean?
Yes, I need to find the value of A2.
Okay, first we shift 2 to the other side.
Okay,
And we change.
2 minus.
Yes.
Okay, I don't like this way because the definition is I'm going to subtract 2 and subtract 3 over 2 from both sides. Okay, so simply I'm going to say 0 here, 0 here. I'm left only, I have to do the same operation on both sides.
4 equals A2, so then A equals 2.
No,
After we divide.
but we have also negative 3 over 2. You forgot that.
Oh, yes.
So 4 minus 2 is 2. and I have to take 3 over 2. So 2 minus 3 over 2. It's clear for me it's equal to half, because 3 over 2 is equal to 1.5. So 2 minus 1.5 is 0.5.
Yes.
But if you want, we can make a common denominator and then we can solve it. So it's 2 times 2, 4 minus 3 over 2, which is equal to 1 over 2. Okay, so also it's the choice A. So of course, I can guess easily that in 2020, almost like 80%, 90%, or even more of students answered with C, because they found easily this area and they forgot about this one. Okay, so of course we can never ever take a value and start working and okay, this one 3 over 2, we worked, we found a1 and it's done. No, search for the other values, because of course you're going to find something different. If not, then we are 100% sure about our choice, but if we found then our choice is wrong, we will change our opinion. Okay, so nothing to repeat here, but I want to add a small note. Please, 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 all of you, whenever you are dealing with right triangles, I want to find the area of a right triangle. I'm going to search for a four-shaped, not four-shaped, I'm going to search for a rectangle or a square, because easily we can find the area of a square. So if I have only a right triangle like this, simply the area of it is this side and this side over 2, because it's completed as a rectangle. So this side plus this side is equal to the whole rectangle. I need half of it, so this side. So whenever you are searching for the area of a rectangle, simply search for a triangle, simply search for the rectangle. Here we used like 2 rectangles. And the next one we used 3 rectangles, but in the first way we used only 2 rectangles. So it's all about rectangles, and then we're going to divide to obtain the area of the triangles. Okay, now we're going to solve this one. Nawaf, do you want to go back and start working on it? Okay, so my question is, Hind wants to spend 18 consecutive days visiting her grandma. Focus on the word consecutive. So she will reach like on Monday. She will stay for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to count 18 consecutive days. Not Monday, Wednesday, no. She's staying for 18 consecutive days. Not staying and then leaving and then coming back. Okay? Her grandma reads her story books on story days Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. So 3 days per week. If Hen wants to spend the greatest amount of story days with her grandma, on which day of the week should she start her visit? Okay, to be honest, on this question, I will directly go to the answer. I will simply put Saturday, because I have consecutive days, Saturday, Sunday. So of course, it's better to go on Saturday, so she will gain more stories. But of course, if you don't have the ability to guess it directly and be sure 100%, then try it. So I know that the stories are only given on Tuesday, Saturday, I'll denote it by SA, and Sunday. So the days left, I'm going to write them up. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, W, Thursday, TH because T is for Tuesday, and Friday, the F, Saturday, Sunday. I have 18 consecutive days, so if she came on Monday, I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to repeat the week to get 14. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and of course, Sunday. So now 14, we have 4 days more. So Monday, up. There's no story to be told here in this day. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay, 1, 2, 7, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, as you can see, I'm testing if she reached on Monday. So let me guess, she came on Monday and she have to leave, of course, on Thursday. So I have how many story days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if she reached on Monday, I have 7 days. Okay, let's try it for Tuesday. If she came on Tuesday, she will leave on Friday. We missed a day here, so we're going to add a day to get 18. So the same number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So on Tuesday, if she came on Tuesday, she will have 7 stories. Friday, so we have to skip more. 1, 2, and we're going to work on the third one. So let's do it one by one. So if she came on Wednesday, is going to leave on Saturday. If she came on Thursday, she will leave on Sunday. And if she came on Friday, she will leave on Monday, the letter up. Okay, so our case now is on Friday. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Friday is bigger. So I'm going simply to take off the Monday and Tuesday. Now I'm left with 3 choices. Of course, maybe it's fair for me to choose randomly between Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because of 33.34% to get a right answer. But we will continue what we started here. So if she arrived on Saturday, she will stay for a more day here. I'm going to deal with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it's a number bigger. I can write it here. I can take off the Friday. Of course, it's Saturday or Sunday. Now, as you can see, if she stayed for Sunday, she will lose a day here and she will gain Wednesday here, but her grandma don't tell a story on Wednesday. So of course I'm going to lose a day. So Saturday is better, but I'm going to try it in case. So in case I'm wrong, let's add a Wednesday here. We're going to start with Sunday. Simply count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So of course she must start her visit on Saturday so she can take more stories. Okay, quickly guys, I'm going to say that we just tested all days because we know that each week it's of 7 days, of course, and then which day is better because the stories are only given on Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we tested and we found that Saturday the most. For me, I will direct answer D because Saturday and Sunday are consecutive. So when I take a Saturday, I will gain Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 days. And if I took Sunday, of course, I will gain Monday. But on Monday, there's no story to be told. So, of course, I'm going to lose my Saturday. That's why I choose Saturday directly. If you don't have this algorithm, then simply try all the possible values. Okay, let us continue so we can gain more exercises. Okay, this one, of course, you all know how to solve it. I have AB equal to CD. Before reading the question, I have to let you all know it's an algebraic problem. And all the algebra is created by Pythagoras and Khwarizmi. Everyone, we are talking about Arab scientists. So, of course, it's easy one for us. AB is equal to 2CD. This is everything I'm going to start with. But of course, if we are working in R, so about any real number, then it's always true. I can find a lot of numbers to make it real. So we have to read the question. Okay, the integers A, B, C, and D. This is the question. This is everything concerning the question. A, B, C, and D. Go back. Okay. Integers. So they must be integers, not real numbers, not 1.5, for example. No, it's an integer. So it's -1, it's 0, it's 1, it's an integer. We all know the meaning of integers. We're talking about whole numbers with different signs. So it can be negative integer or positive integer. We took that in grade 5, grade 6. And of course, 0 is an integer, but here, for example, if C is 0 and B is 0, of course, one of them will be equal to 0. Then the product of, continue the question, product of A, B, C, D will be equal to 0 because one of them is equal to 0 or two of them are equal to 0. So, of course, we are multiplying with 0. It's not our case. Now, we have a lot of numbers to test, but no need for testing. We can't ever test to find a number. So we're going to solve. AB is equal to 2CD. Let me change the color here. This one's good. Okay. The value of the product A, B, C, D is equal to how much? Okay, first of all, I have a lot of numbers here. I can put any number and I can find a lot of possible solutions. But not this is my case because everything will be true. I need to find the contingent. So let's remove all the choices. Focus on the given. I have only this as a given. So AB is equal to 2CD. They want me to find ABCD. I'm going to use this one and put it here. Simply AB is equal to 2CD. So you can remove the AP and replace it by 2CD, this term. And of course, this term will be the same because I want two integers only, so I can use my mind. But four integers, it's big for me. Equals to how much? 2 will remain 2, and c times t is the same as c times t, so we can replace it by c times t power 2. Okay, so this one is equal how much? Okay, first of all, I want to make a quick revision. We said that A, B, C, and D are integers. So, of course, I'm dealing with A as an integer, B as an integer, C also, and D is an integer. So, of course, if C is an integer and D is an integer, if I multiply them, the product will be an integer. If I raise them power 2, the product will be integer. If I multiply them by 2, also my product will be an integer. And of course, we have these choices. Now, let us test them one by one. If the product of ABCD is equal to 50, then the product of this one is equal to 50 also. So, CD power 2, and of course it's multiplied by 2, is equal to 50. Now, if I divided 50 by 2, let us divide by 2 on both sides. Or you can simply use the cross product. So, divide by 2 on both sides. We are dealing now with C multiplied with D, all of it power 2 is equal to 50 divided by 2, which is 25. Now, in order to get rid of the power 2, I need to apply the square root on both sides. So it's radical here and radical here. Of course, CD will be equal to plus or minus radical 25. And of course, the radical 25 is equal to 5. So it's equal to plus or minus 5. Okay, so could not be the value of the product A, B, C, and D. Now let's stop here. We have that C can be equal to 5 and D equal to 1, so it's equal to plus 5. Or let's C equal to 5, D equal to negative 1. Of course, it's equal to negative 5. So this can be true. So of course, I'm going to take it off. I need to find the could not be the value. Now we're going through B. Let us try it with a different color because I want to distinguish between all the tried methods. Okay, so 100 CD power 2 multiplied with 2 is equal to 100. Okay, now simply divide by 2 from both sides of the equation. We're going to be left with CD power 2 equals to 50. And now, in order to solve the power here, we're going to apply the square root on both sides. In other words, I have radical on both sides, so it will be equal to plus or minus radical 50. Now, radical 50 is equal to how much? Let's try to solve it in our mind. So first of all, we're going to write 50 and we're going to test how many numbers are multiplied to get 50. Okay, so 50 divided by 2 is 25. 25 can be divided by 2, can be divided by 3, because the sum of the digits is equal to 7. Okay, so it can be divided by 5. Always search for the prime numbers, start from the smallest one. So 25 divided by 5 is 5, and of course 5 can be divided by 5 to get 1. So I have 2 in common, so of course, yes.
When is the class ending? Because I have an appointment.
Yes, it's only 4 minutes, so we're only going to solve this one, okay?
Yeah, but teacher, I need to go now.
Okay, so please, but please watch the videos, okay? Everything is
Inshallah.
recorded, hopefully.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys, so let me continue here. I have it's equal to plus or minus radical 5 power 2 times 2. I can take off the 5 outside, and of course, when 5 goes out, she will leave the power 2 in, and then it will be 5 multiplied by radical 2. But the problem is C is an integer and D is an integer. How come two integers multiplied by each other and the product is not an integer? So of course this one is impossible. And of course they asked me to find the number that could not be the value of the product. Okay, so this is my choice. Now, if you want to continue, of course, we can continue with 200. Simply divided by 2, we're going to be left with 10. And the radical 10 is, 100. And the radical 100 is simply 10. Okay? And 450 divided by 2, 225. And of course, we can find the radical of this answer. We can start one by one. So first of all, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can start dividing by 3. 21 is the nearest one, so 7. And 1 left, 1, 5. It's 5, so 75. 75 also can be divided by 3. So I will finish the 3's here. So of course we have 60 and we have 15. So it's 20. To get 60 and 15, we need 5. And of course, 25 is 5 times 5. So I have 3 power 2 multiplied by 5 power 2. We can take them out, and we are left with an integer. So it's a correct choice. We can remove it. The 20 is removed, and 450 now is removed. 800, the final one. Let me change the color. Okay, 800 divided by 2 is 400. Radical 400. We'll start with 2, decompose it to. First of all, divide by 2, 200, and 2, 100. And of course, 100, you all know that it's 10 times 10, so it's 20 power 2. So it's equal to 20, which is an integer. So of course, we will remove the 800. Okay, guys, this is why I stick on 100, choice B. And please, if you got any question, feel free to ask me the next time. Okay, Thank you all. Enjoy your weekend and study well. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.